everybody, my name is Jan Dufour from stampmesilly.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Today I'm going to show you a little bit of origami, which is a little bit different than what I usually do, but it's just so darn cute, I had to do it. But first, let me tell you about a few of the specials that are going on right now. If you're not familiar, right now is the celebration going on for Stampin' Up!, which means for every $50 that you spend, you get to pick something free from this lovely catalog. And there are many things. And there's even a part 2 and a part 3. Along with that, we also have a new catalog that goes until May 1st. It's the Occasions catalog. And you can pick anything from there. The things that are in here, of course, are things that you have to purchase, but some very lovely things, and they would count towards your $50 worth of things so that you could get something free from Celebration. I'm going to try to straighten this out. Oops, don't make yourself dizzy. It's not going to work. Okay, so I'll just be over here. So let me tell you a little bit about what it is that we're making. I've got some samples here. As you can see, this is made with our Christmas paper. Originally, when I started thinking about doing this, I was thinking of a good way to use up some of our old paper that's not current anymore. My first thought was to leave a tip when we eat out, and possibly also, as you can see from here, leave a card with a tip. And they can pass it on or not, or throw it in the garbage, or have fun, whichever they want to do. I usually leave random acts of kindness, which are little cards that hopefully brighten their day. But I thought that this would be a good idea and help promote me. I'm new in Louisville, and I was trying to get my business going a little bit, so that's what I was thinking of. And then I started playing with paper. Well, you know how it can happen when you start playing with paper. So again, here's some of our older Christmas paper, and as you can see, I made it so that you can put your business cards in there. And I thought, well, what a cute way to carry your business cards. The cutest part about it is, here's one place to put your business card. Here's a second place. Here is a third place and a fourth place. And let's open it up and turn it around and make it a 5th and 6th place. So how cute is that? The other thing you can put in there is your charge cards and things, and carry your money around that way if you wanted to. So again, I started playing with sizes. Now for me, when I use a thicker cardstock, it's necessary for me to use 11 inches square. Most origami is made with square pieces of paper. But then I thought, to make it a little simpler for folding purposes, not for directions or anything, but to make the same thing out of a thinner paper rather than some of our thicker stuff. Now this comes from our tea room, our DSP for our tea room. So it's a little bit thinner. It's a little bit easier to fold. So if I was going to give any advice, if you're concerned at all about how your ability to fold paper, start with a thinner paper. Now, without having this particular DSP, I started in, I told you I like to play with paper. I started in using a regular piece of paper. It's colored, it's yellow. And I made it 8.5 by 8.5 because 8.5 is the biggest I could get on one side. And then I thought, well, what would happen if I did like my last DSP using my 6 by 6 paper? And this is what you get. So it still holds your card. It's only on one side, but is still cute as all get out. So I'll leave it up to you. Oops, I have one more. Again, using the older DSP. And when you're not careful with your folds, it doesn't quite make it in. And I was probably overzealous on this, and I was probably a little more relaxed on this one. But anyway, you can try it with different sizes. I would not recommend smaller than the 6 by 6, simply because there's a lot of folds and it gets more difficult to actually fold it. So let's get rid of all of these things, my card included. And we're going to start by using an 11 by an 11 piece of paper And I am going to, in fact, use another sheet from the Tea Room Designer Series paper. I did cut it down to 11 by 11. I am going to try to write out some of the descriptions on doing this, but I don't have softwares to make the pictures of them, the folds that they make when they do origami, and describing it sometimes is pretty difficult. So I'm just going to ask you to follow along. The first thing you're going to do is fold it, and you'll notice how I do that. I put the point to where I want it to be, moving it right down, and then I just slide my finger down and then go over to the edges, and that will give you a very nice fold. And then I'm going to turn it around and do it on the other side. Now, trying to determine which side is going to be the major side, because both of them show, obviously. Again, slide your finger down. Oops, sorry. And then slide it out and out. And then open it back up again. I forgot my train of thought, so it wasn't important. Okay, so next, you're going to take one corner. It doesn't matter. Oh, I know. Sorry, this is only my second video. Which side is going to show? There will be a point where you can change that. But for right now, this is going to be the major side, and this will complement it. And I think I'm doing it mostly because I think it will hide the big pattern. So you take the very point and you put it to the center. You have to know where your center is. Again, I'm going to put this back in view, slide it down, and then slide it over and slide it over. For right now, it's not as important as it will be later, but you are going to want to use your bone folder. This is a very old version of the Stampin' Up! One back when I was a demonstrator in the 90s, but it still works very well. So you're going to fold it, then you're going to open it back up, take the center again, and go to the new line, and fold it and score, and then do it one more time. Open it up, fold it right to the center, and if you have to pick it up so that you can see where the fold is, that's okay. I'm working at an angle, so it makes it even more interesting. And make that your final fold. Now what you're supposed to do next is to fold up and fold up again. Now this one you're actually making a new crease, and you're going to fold it. And then I would burnish this because there's several layers here. But I saw on a different one on YouTube, and the whole thing was different. But one of the things I liked was to have this little tip peek out. So right now it's not peeking. So I'm going to bring it forward about 1/8 of an inch going across. You try to make it square, of course. And now you can see when I fold this up, it is now peeking, and you'll see it more later. So let's do that again on this side. We take the center and we go to the center here, roll it down and fold it over both sides. Open it up, take the point, go to center, fold it on both sides, open it up one more time, and in the center, and fold it, and then fold forward. This is a new fold, fold forward, burnish it, and then take out that cute little triangle and bring it forward about 1/8 of an inch and fold all the way across. If this is not exact, it's okay. While origami, sometimes it's really necessary that it's perfect. This is not one of those instances. So this is what it looks like. Now I'm going to fold it over, flip it over, and I'm going to take the center right here and bring this fold right to the center. And it should follow along that line, and that will help keep it straight. I'm going to do the same thing with the other side. You'll notice that it makes a very sweet little pattern right here. Again, always there to the end and then fold it down. And I'm just going to burnish it again because these folds are going to really get folded up a lot. And we want to make sure that they stay really nicely folded. The next thing you're going to do, and I'm going to turn this sideways so that I can show you a little bit better. You can do this without burnishing or without scoring it. I would not recommend it, especially if you're using harder cardstock. Thinner cardstock is a little bit easier, but if you'll see where this ends right here before you get the long straight line, I'd put the ball of my pick it anywhere, something like that. I would lay this down and then run a score line, because obviously that's where you're going to fold it. And I would do the same thing on the other side. Put that there, put that there. Oops, it climbed right up there. And score it. Be careful when you go across here that you don't like lift it up and tear it. Ask me how I know that. I don't want to tell you. It's a secret. All right, so now that you have those marked, or those score marks there, you're just going to kind of bend it a little bit at that fold line and then turn it over and go ahead and actually fold it. It should just help you with the fold line. The important thing here is that you're on the straight. And if it's a little bit off, you need to fix it, because your cards are going to be all, I guess, cattywampus is one of the expressions that they use around here. But anyway, so here you have a very pretty little triangle. So you're going to turn it around, and you're going to do exactly the same thing. Only this time, this is going to actually fold back with it. You'll notice that it's sticking here. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to go ahead and get to my point where I want to fold, which is right here. Kind of lays down nicely for me. And then I'm going to make that is kind of straight, and that's kind of straight. And again, we're going to fold, and then we're definitely going to burnish this. So I'm pushing hard, bringing it down all the way across. And I know people say, well, I've never noticed a difference when you burnish it. Then you're not looking closely enough, because there is a big difference in a fold when you burnish it versus when you do not. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to fold this back right to the edge. Now, it can be done a couple of ways. I saw it done this way and folded here where it's not exactly a triangle. It's just easier to just go ahead and bend it down. So now you have that first fold that you made, and this is your second fold. Now here's the trick. You need to slip this one. This one's got the fold that shows. You slip this under this side, and then you kind of bend it without actually folding it and scoot it under this side. Now it's all kind of like messy right here. Don't freak out and don't press really hard. Just softly kind of push around the edges like this, and it'll just sit down for you. And if it doesn't, you've probably got something folded wrong, or it's caught somewhere. It should fold right inside there. It might take a little bit of encouraging. Might have to open up this pocket a little bit to kind of get that to slide down in there. Do you see how eventually it just slid right down there? And it's actually fairly flat. But again, I'm going to take out my burnishing marks. And here, again, be careful that you don't like flip one up and tear it. And make sure they're all burnished real well. This one's a good one. Now there's a natural line right here. And you can decide whether you'd like it to be this way, or if you would like it to be this way. And you can actually do it either way. And you can switch while you're at it. And again, there are 6 places that these fit. Or you can use charge cards or gift cards. It's a really cute holder for a gift card. You can put one in here. You can put one on the other side. You can flip it upside down. And notice that there's a spot here, a spot here. And then if you open it up, you can also put one in here and in here. And if I was doing charge cards or money or anything that I didn't want to get lost, I would put it on the inside of whichever way you decide to put it. It probably won't fall out of these. I'd be less sure about these, but these would be very secure. Likewise, if you decide that this is the way that you want your card or your folder to be, so that it looks like this when you put your things in it, then I would make this be the securest side. Either one of these sides would be the securest. At first, I really liked this side. I don't know. I really kind of like this. Now that I made that little point stick out, I think this is now my favorite. So what I would do if I were in a restaurant and I wanted to leave a tip, I would just let that fall open. I would slide my little card in here, and then I would leave the tip behind it and just leave it on the table. You could also stick a little card, either a 3x3 or just one of those smaller note cards, 2.5 by 3, I think they are, and slide a card in there as well. That's it. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, visit me at stampmesilly.com. Thanks.